Gemini, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. I am going to do a read for you for the month of April 2019. So let's go ahead and get started. This will be a general read for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. And if you're not sure what those other signs are, I've got a complimentary link that is down in my description box that you can click and plug in your data, and it will pop out your birth chart, and you can check out those other signs and those videos that are relevant to them and see how they resonate with you, okay? So this is a general read, so that goes without saying. Take what resonates, and if not, then leave it for another Gemini or cross watcher, okay? Energies transcend, so what I might be talking about now might be someone's past, present, or future, okay? So just note that. I am using these magnificent Rumi cards, and for those of you that do not know who Rumi is, he is a Persian poet, and from like the 13th century, and quite amazing, and really love this deck because it really talks about how do I want to say this? Like Rumi talks about he was a spiritual master, right, for the most part, and he focused on spirituality and also the joy and love in terms of being a poet. So it is about it just is about all that the beauty of transcending national borders, ethnic divisions, and all of that. And his poems have been translated into so many languages across the world, and I really love it. My father was a published poet, and I was drawn to these cards and hadn't ever used them in terms of a read. One time one fell out by mistake, but that was it. So looking forward to using this. So again, this will be for all April 2019. And this will be for Gemini, and we're going to see what comes up, okay? So let's get to this, all right? One final cut here. Now keep in mind I'm traveling, so a different setup here, guys. For the most part, I'm not showing my face right now because too busy, too crazy busy, but I wanted to make sure that I got your readout for you. So we'll move these down over here so you can actually see them better. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so let's see what wants to come up on the first card here. Let's see what this is. Oh, wow. It's called Al-Uza Star of Venus. This is gorgeous. Okay, now this is a 26 card, and the 2 plus 6 equals, the 28. Reduces to an 8. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. And of course, it's that affinity symbol, right? As above is below. So this is talking now. This might have to even deal with a personal love situation, may or may not, or just someone that you do love and that type of thing. But this is also about the love for yourself too. So this is about talking about. This is an integration of both masculine and feminine, and the power it bestows is mighty, but it's based utterly on love. Okay, so when this card comes out, it means multiple blessings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth is being accelerated. Okay, in ways that we may not quite understand, and that may be quite dazzling and maybe a little bit surprising to our current mindset and belief systems. Okay, so that's what this is saying. So take a look at this card. You can see the beauty in it. Isn't it gorgeous? So with the blessings, there is great growth that is possible. But the blessings don't do the growth for us, making it magically happen. They give us that power that we need, the oomph that we need, and the opportunities and assistance that we need. And yet it is still you, Gemini, who take the journey, okay? So that's what's coming up here for you here. So it's a great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history. It's the journey from the duality to oneness, okay? That's what this is saying. Your masculine and feminine are all kind of coming into play. All right. And it could have to do as it relates to love as well. For many of us signing up for this wild, loving adventure, this has come to remind you that you've been granted a ticket to that journey. Okay. So it's really a journey into oneness, and it's not denying the duality, but it's about experiencing the expression of one love. It's about no longer being enslaved by it. It's not about, about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted, but it's about embracing both sides, both aspects of that, right? Masculine and feminine, what is wanted, what is, unwanted. And finding the freedom and joy in all of that, right? And that the path takes us, and the joy and freedom within that. So it's about a great transformation, okay? And that's what's taking place here. Our masculine clarity, discernment, and practicality is married and becomes tender, loving, compassionate, and tempered with grace. And that feminine is integrated with. So it's almost like the male and the female are kind of integrated here, the fire and then the grace and all of that here. So it is quite beautiful. And it's as I say, it's an 8 card. Okay, good. So then it's a little bit more of a kind of like using the resources that the universe has in for us to move forward. So what this is telling me is that about letting go of any stereotypes and judgments, whether if it's male or female, okay? So letting go of old notion of what it is to be a man, letting go of the old notions of what it is to be a woman, and letting go and taking great steps forward. Even if you've been wounded in the past is what this is saying. So this is about a promise of liberation, empowerment, and compassion, as well as peace and happiness. But they're not easy steps to take, but it is basically saying that great resistance can be evoked inside you as an individual, but also within the culture that is around you. You might find yourself you find your notion of personal empowerment by confronting a challenge to your culture, or whatever you've been enslaved with your soul, so to speak. So this is just letting you know that you hold the power and the strength, that even a small blessing that could be coming into play here. This is also saying is that to really trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you that are reacting, to it possibly in fear, through possibly of discomfort. Trust in the paths of others as well. For in truth, there is only one path, and we are all on it, really, quite frankly, okay? Your job is just to embrace the wisdom, and this is saying just to really embrace the wisdom, embrace the freedom and the empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, okay? And through this bestowed grace upon you, this happening right now, more of this, it's almost as if you're being integrated into one. So this is that sacred alchemy amplified, and this is, this is saying shine and shine bright, okay? Just to combine the masculine and the feminine within you, and to combine them and make them as one. And one role in society for a man is different for another, because everyone has different opinions of that. And our society says one thing, but what is it that you believe? If you're a woman, what is it that you believe in terms of society as to what creates that within you? What is a woman in your eyes? And everyone could have a different definition of this, and that's the beauty of this. This is saying the integration of both. That just because one person says one thing does not make it be. It's just saying is that there is beauty in the masculine, there's beauty in the feminine, there's beauty in putting that together, because they are both a life force and they can become one. So this is quite beautiful. So I think this is really becoming one within yourself, both the masculine and the feminine side. Now, what else wants to come into play? Sacred union. Wow. This is a 19 card that reduces to a 10, which is a new beginning. So there's some sort of sacred union, okay? And this is yeah, so that's beautiful. And so this might actually be, some sort of, it comes to you, how I want, it's like, despite, it's almost as if that there's a particular piece of guidance for you, that no matter what has been, what has succeeded and what has appeared to fail, this is saying, even what has been loved and what has been lost, there is only one truth that will prevail in your life, without failure and without exception, and that is love. And maybe it's that you're learning to love yourself, but it also coming into sacred union with another. Now, the sacred union is coming together with yourself and loving yourself. So this is saying that a sign is going to be coming your way, and it's confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. So if you've been working to really integrate your masculine and feminine energies within, isn't that funny? We just discussed this. Wow. It's that it's if you've been working on doing that, or perhaps you have not used those words, but have been attempting to maybe find balance between a surrendered life and then leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative and when to sense something in motion and when to put your body and mind and soul into getting, behind something to push. You've been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. And you've really, this is shown up for you. This is actually this is your confirmation that you are growing and that you're evolving and that you're making some genuine shifts in your consciousness that are allowing you to change in a way that you are in this world. You're actually becoming a lot more freer. It almost looks like you could see this person is becoming a lot more freer and just more loving, more wilder, and just more divine, right? And it's almost as if like the divine has been seducing you with love, beauty, and now in your surrendered state, you are seducing the divine. So you are calling such passion and devotion to your cause with gracefulness, and the divine can't resist your beauty. So keep going on your sacred surrender. Keep believing in your inner healing path that you're traveling down with such success, and really accept confirmation and accept that acknowledgement, Gemini, close to your heart, and keep traveling along your path of love. That's what it wants you to do. How beautiful. Keep this knowledge in your heart, because you are meeting your beloved. And what could be more exciting? Okay, so the sign is coming to you with this oracle of great love is being bestowed, by the hand of grace. And what that means is that there's a destiny at play in matters of the heart. Now, there is a heart healing and a letting go of past obstructions, suffering, and misunderstandings. So in a way, it's a great cosmic matchmaker that has taken up your cause. So if you're already in a relationship, expect that there's going to be healing of that relationship in whatever way is needed. You may have no sense on how it's going to play out, but it may result in a deepening of commitment with your lover, or it can certainly be a result of the deepening commitment of your own commitment to love. Okay? Beautiful. How beautiful. So you're attracting some new a significant relationship into your life. Perhaps a life partner, a soul friend, or a supporter of your life journey. And the divine is hearing your call and answering. So just let go of your regret. Excuse me. Really don't let go. Just let go of any particular, don't hold on any particular person or a fear or for a fantasy. Instead, just open your arms if you're expecting your lover to just run straight to your arms. Okay, just like that, right? And it will move you, all right? And it can be a soul-satisfying partnership that, on your life path that is, maybe it's a heart-inspired work that you can continue to develop, or with that person. And, it could even be coming together of your own inner masculine and your own inner feminine, so that you finally have a clear sense and purpose in life of what it means, to which action to take, and which action to surrender and which action to act upon. Okay, so this is guidance to you, that even if things have failed in the past, what has been loved and what has been lost, there's only one truth that will prevail, and that is love. So that's what this is saying. So there's a sacred union that's coming together. Could be two people that's a new beginning that's starting out, but it's also a new, it could be you yourself, your masculine and feminine that's coming together, and it's allowing you to integrate that. And it's so funny because we just discussed that in the previous card. And then the last card, the next card that we get here, not the last, but the next is a 7 card. Oh, okay, nice. This is the Blood Angel, okay? And 7 is quite spiritual as well. It's insightful, too. But when I see this, it's almost as if this, it's if you've been struggling with your energy levels or with your emotional or psychological challenge, maybe more than usual, then you're asked to complete a sacred honoring ritual, this is almost as like you're going through growth and you're opening and you're becoming, you might become unstable for a time, maybe more vulnerable than usual, but this is nothing to be concerned about. So this card just wants you to know that, but you're going to benefit from it, Gemini, like from more spiritual protection during this time. So if you create some sort of ritual that's going to assist you in gaining, additional spiritual protection, if you need to take any action to bring yourself to healing, anything that you need to do or action to get you into more wellness, these rituals are going to be become conscious and ready action simply through life experiences. So it could be meditation, right? And that could be it. But this is really, there's a particular blessing of well-being and vitality here. Okay, so maybe you've become tired, but you're well, but to seek and engage into new projects and practices that that will stretch and challenge you. This card brings you a blessing that whatever energy is required to expand, where life is leading you, the divine, you're going to be financed with the divine in your heart to help that. Okay, with life force, and the energy may be brought to you, and to actually fulfill what it is that you need to do. Okay, so the journey shall be taken by the soul, and then there shall be challenges, and yet what is required for the divine fulfillment will always be available. So divine is stepping in to kind of help you out with that. So really what it is that this you'll be given the gift of more life. You may be experiencing more growth, more expansion, more life force, and more electricity that is circulating through your system. And this angel understands that. It's like a greater gift of life that's enabling your soul to live more of its essence, okay? And there's going to be more sunsets to encounter and increasing even your sunrise, so this new influx of energy is going to be coming. All right, so balance is the natural law, and so just be ready to endure the sunset of the night and be ready to receive the sunrise in the morning, because this is your divine task right now. You're given more life in your life, which is quite beautiful. Okay, Gemini, let's see what else wants to come out. The courage of your love. Wow. And the reason I say this is because it's like you almost have kind of manifested, visualized, telepathically communicate, perhaps with someone that is, and you're getting the courage to confront your fears and to move forward and perhaps make a move on this person, or perhaps that you are getting the courage to move forward on what you want out of your love life. Okay, so even yourself, and to loving yourself. This is an 11 card. It's a 38, but it reduces to 11, which is very spiritual. It could be two people, are just going through the pillars and going into taking that next step into the next level of moving forward and confronting your fears as it relates to love. It could be two people, but as you see here, it looks like two people, right? It's like they've got this image of what you've manifested out here, but spirit is actually reflecting back to you saying, yes, there is some sort of, you're breaking through your fears, and whatever is impossible is now turned into I'm possible. And that the possible is possible at this time is what this is saying. So that's kind of, once you've got the courage to step through this, I think is going to be very, very key for you. Okay. So that's what's kind of coming through here. And it's quite beautiful. It's like your eye is set on something, on how something should go, or just having the courage to move something, in a direction that you would like it to go. And this is calling on your courage and ridding of any fears. So it's like your heart shines with courageous love. And it's willing right now to fear and to bear all suffering without judgment, okay? And it's maybe it's a challenging, enduring process for you at this time, but this is about freeing your heart and leaving the effects of fear behind, okay? That fearful mind, and that's what it's saying. So when it's ready to surrender, it wants you to just set your heart free, is what it's saying. Set your heart free from the shackles and joyfully submit, to love. Let love be in whatever way it shall be, okay? And, you are love. So that's what this is wanting to let you know. It's another message for you that you have a challenge that's before you, okay, that you're moving through, but you're not really knowing how to succeed or how to overcome it. Could be a current relationship at this time. You're not sure how to kind of move it forward. But no matter how long that this has been going on, or how big you built this challenge to be in your mind, and no matter how unsolvable it appears to be, there's going to be a victory beyond it, and it's imminent. Because this card comes up to place to let you know that you are empowered to succeed, and you have what is required within it to do it, and that the time for your victory is drawing near. Okay, so it's drawing near. So whatever it is that you have in your mind or manifesting is drawing near to you towards manifestation. Okay, so that's what's actually happening here. Okay, and it's also about that you are not to give into less than you are worth. Okay, so you're not to give into the idea that you're a victim and you can't free yourself from any sort of suffering, or that you're less than any other. This, again, are lies. Do not believe them. This is saying to move forward and to work beyond that decay, because Mother Earth is here and is going to fertilize you into a brand new life here. Okay, so that's what's coming into play. Nice. And then you get passion for purpose. Makes total beautiful sense from this. It's like this courage to love gives you that passion towards the purpose. All right. This is beautiful. Of course, you can actually see this. What number card? It's a 2 card. So it could be 2 people, right? Itself, but it's almost as if that you've gained some sort of this is actually your true nature. Okay. So it's almost as like bringing your genuine passions to life. Your life supports this. And this is about letting go of an attachment, as, we can struggle and free ourselves from expectations, right? We have to be something that we're not. The divine path of love asks us to really step into our honesty and become conscious of it and unlearn and unravel the false self, so we can learn to love and accept our real self. And at this time, this card comes up as you may be struggling to remember who your real self really is. Sometimes it takes a little bit of figuring this out. Well, what does that look like to me now? Okay. So there's just saying that there is there's pleasure in your journey, okay? And it's returning to passion, that you're getting this self-discovery of a sweet one. You have a sweet discovery of something that is, and you're passionate about getting back to your true self. We're not broken. We're, and we're not inadequate or better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of how they think we should be. We have to be brave enough to believe in, not to believe in others, type of definition of us or their layers of guilt or shame. We must be bold and bold enough not to fear our own passion. So dive deep into your passion and explore really what makes you tick and feel alive. Be open, be curious, and be non-judgmental, okay? Because that's what's coming through here. You've got this, it's almost as if your passion is going to prevail, is what's happening, okay? Following your heart's desire has got to come through. You are being initiated into your life's purpose right now. And that might include this sacred union. It might have to do with love. And it might have to do with limiting beliefs and your courage to love and let go of fear. And manifestation. It might have a very spiritual resonance, is what I'm thinking. And you've got a passion for it. You might be doing this with someone, okay? And just be ready for the journey within, because you're strong enough to leave behind that external things that don't work for you anymore as you validate yourself now, okay? And you're going to reveal your innermost beauty, and it's going to be witnessed and received and acknowledged, and you're going to be valued. But for now, dive deep, okay? Be as defined as you need to in this process, and determine to honor your heart, because that is your passion. Honoring your heart is going to be very, very key for you, okay? So stay with the gentle process. Follow excitement. Let it lead you into your own heart and ever more passionate path of your purposeful living. You're going to find your purpose, okay? And that's what's coming through for you. How can the soul trees help you? Let's just see what this has for you before we close out, okay? Beautiful. Guys, really beautiful. Note your comments below. Passion for a purpose. You're going to find what your purpose is here. Empowerment. We just talked about that just getting that empowerment through this process. So this is just telling me is that you are now have that confidence. You are now have got more comfort with exerting your inner power. And this is about embracing the power of your intentions for your passion of your purpose. Okay. So moving forward on that is going to be very key. Okay. What else do they want to show you here? Transform. Yes, of course you're transforming. This has to deal kind of with the throat chakra, and also your crown chakra too. This is quite beautiful, and a little bit of the solar plexus here. But this is about transforming and ridding of limiting beliefs, right? Uncovering, releasing false beliefs that have been holding you back, and now you're empowered. You're now have got empowering thoughts to support and comfort you, and that's going to be key. So when you transform, this is all about an incredible and much needed change or shift that is happening within you, and it's quite beautiful, Gemini. And what else? Center yourself. Yeah, we talked about the solar plexus too. So centering yourself is going to be very, very key. Focus, ground yourself, and meditate. That's going to be very helpful for you in the process, okay? I love you, Gemini. I look forward to seeing you in the month of May. And until then, namaste.